and then we've almost had a record month every month since. So he started in July. Okay, so I hit 135 in July, then I hit 142 in August, 154 in September, 178 in October.
I think one of the questions we get asked, I mean, it's laughable now, and I know why people ask it, but the question is sort of, okay, Grant, this all sounds good, but you know, how long does it take to start seeing results? Right?
Yeah.
Right. And we started in April, didn't we? 2022, more or less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what would you say? How long did it take to get results?
So in March, I was at I did about 84,000 in gross revenue that month. And that was about the average. So, you know, this is the up and downs, right? So January was about 61,000. February was great at 131,000, and then March took a dip down to about 85,000.
Yeah.
And then and that's when I made the decision. I'm like, I can't keep having these great months over 100 grand, and then these bad months where I'm losing money at under 100 grand, because my expenses at that time are $100,000 a month. So like I don't make I don't make money unless I'm making 100 grand a month.
Yeah.
And so I that's when I decided to just cut the cord, and I'm like, I can't do it. So then we found you in April, and in April we hit 102. And then, but back then it was just me doing all the consults.
I remember. I mean, I remember you screaming at me in May.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I know. But then we had a really interesting conversation about somebody that you had been working with in the intake, and then you basically asked me the question, you know, should I hire him, and if so, what should I pay him?
Right.
You remember that, right? And I think you remember what I then said, which was, you can't pay him enough if he's good, right?
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
And so talk to us about what happened after Rene came on.
Right. So you know, in April and May and June, I had a junior associate, but he was he was on his way out the door.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of consultations. I did most of the consultations, but I could only do so many during the day, because I also have to show up to the court hearings and draft things. You know what I mean? And so like I still have to do my lawyer job, and I have to do the consult job. Yeah. And Rene had worked for me for a couple years in 2020 and 21. He left in November of 21 to go be an administrative law judge. And then my junior associate was leaving in June.
He's not an attorney. He's not an attorney, is he?
No. Rene, he graduated law school. You know, he's clerked for you know, a couple of judges down here. And he even got to be this administrative law judge, but he hasn't passed the bar yet. And so, but he used to do my consults for me when he was here in 2020 and 2021. Like I would do some, but he would do most of them. And, you know, I just got to the point where I had too many cases, and I had too many hearings, and I had too much work to do, that I couldn't do it all. And so, you know, you and I had kind of talked about how we were going to fix this, and you kept telling me you have to get somebody who could just do your consults for you. Like you have to do it. You have to find them. And so I reached back out to Rene, and
it was basically choking you at the time, wasn't it? I mean, you just couldn't. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I couldn't keep up. I was stretching myself too thin. And so I reached back out to Rene, and I had to give a big raise. and you told me it was going to be okay, that it was going to be worth it. And so, you know, I gave him the big raise, and I trusted the process. And then we've almost had a record month every month since. So he started in July. Okay. So I hit 135 in July, then I hit 142 in August, 154 in September, 178 in October.
That's incredible.
And August, September, October, they're all record months.